Ezekiel Elliott loses latest court battle, clearing way for NFL to enforce suspension. A federal judge in New York rejected the NFL Players Association's latest request for a preliminary injunction for Ezekiel Elliott, potentially clearing the way for the NFL to enforce its 6-game suspension of the second-year running back for the Dallas Cowboys. The ruling was made by U.S. District Judge Katherine Polk Failla after a hearing Monday. The league has been prevented from enforcing Elliott's suspension, imposed under the league's personal conduct policy, all season by a series of court rulings. But barring further legal intervention, the NFL now is free to put Elliott's suspension into effect. He would miss the Cowboys game Sunday against the Kansas City Chiefs and then subsequent games against the Atlanta Falcons, Philadelphia Eagles, Los Angeles Chargers, Washington Redskins, and New York Giants. He would be eligible to return for the final 3 games of the regular season, beginning December 17 at Oakland. Elliott and the NFL can appeal to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. The implementation of Monday's order was delayed for 24 hours, allowing the appeals process to at least begin to play out. The NFL, Elliott's legal representatives and the Cowboys have contended that Elliott was not treated fairly during the process that led to NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell imposing the 6-game suspension and Harold Henderson, a league-appointed arbitrator, upholding it after the NFL appealed on Elliott's behalf. The players' union was granted a preliminary injunction by a federal judge in Texas. But that injunction was lifted by a federal appeals court in New Orleans, which ruled that the district court in Texas lacked jurisdiction because the NFL filed its lawsuit there before Henderson decided Elliott's appeal. The case shifted to New York, where the NFL had filed a lawsuit seeking to have Henderson's ruling on the appeal affirmed. U.S. District Judge Paul A. Crotty granted the union's request for a temporary restraining order, which remained in effect pending this ruling on a temporary injunction. The NFL had said it remained confident in its legal arguments and believed that it eventually would prevail in court. The case is playing out in New York, where a federal appeals court reinstated the 4-game suspension of New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady in the Deflategate case. Brady sat out the first 4 games of last season after playing the entire 2015 season following a ruling by a federal judge overturning the suspension. The ultimate outcome of the Brady case seemed to reinforce Goodell's authority in player disciplinary matters. The NFL has stressed that the precedent from the Brady case applies to the Elliott case as it proceeds in New York. The league concluded following a lengthy investigation that Elliott, in its view, was guilty of domestic violence in a series of incidents last year involving his former girlfriend. Elliott was not charged with a crime by authorities in Columbus, Ohio. The Cowboys have a record of 4-3 after beating the Redskins on Sunday at FedEx Field. Elliott, who led the NFL in rushing last season as a rookie, has been very productive on the field in recent weeks, totaling 413 rushing yards in the Cowboys' last 3 games. Read more. Redskins fall to Cowboys, 33-19, amid a torrent of rain, injuries and turnovers. Steinberg, searching for answers in the universe after latest Redskins loss. As Texans owner reignites protest debate, Jerry Jones says NFL should seek accountability. The saga of Juju Smith-Schuster's stolen bike lives on in a touchdown celebration. The mother of all stats is high on the Chiefs, but not the Patriots. Bears Zach Miller underwent urgent surgery Sunday night to save leg after